I create 20 pieces of content every day for 30 days, I have a good $10,000 every month. You need to start taking content creation as a job. That's when you're gonna start earning. Right now, if you're just doing it to go viral or to be cool, you're gonna be broke and you're gonna be famous. You know, social media is business. It's content creation is business itself. So they don't become businesses. They're just content creators. They have this mindset of, I'm a content creator. Be a business person creating content. I don't think there's any content creator in South Africa who's making more than 10,000.
Welcome to another edition of Mindset Profits, and thank you to XM for sponsoring this video. I think we are bringing you the legend, and it's interesting that I'm saying legend, and then when I look at you and look at your age, man.
Exactly. So, but yeah.
Do you still use No Chill?
Yeah, No Chill is my real name actually. The word they gave me when I was unconscious. To be honest,
the brother has amassed quite the following. I saw one post and I said, I need to bring my brother back. This post was Facebook Meta has paid me over $15,000 in the past 2 months. Yeah. And I saw this at a time where I was not taking Meta seriously. I've grown on other platforms, but I just thought, I'll park this one.
Yeah.
I saw your post and thought, no, what are we getting wrong?
A lot of people sleep on Facebook, and that's where I started my journey. And I think me being paid now, I deserve it.
Well, you do. You've been quite consistent.
Yeah, consistency's been there. I'm actually consistent in the major 5 top: TikTok, Instagram. I stopped YouTube just a little bit, but I want to come back because YouTube needs a very good strategy in terms of your content. It needs to be evergreen. It needs to be educational, like podcast. So yeah, I'm just planning, but I'll come back. But not right now. I'm enjoying my Facebook and how things are happening that side.
You've been sharing quite a lot of tips around Facebook.
Yeah.
I think where I want to reverse, I want to go back and ask you, how did you get started? I saw a motivational talk that you were giving, and inspiring people that with limited education, as in you didn't finish your degree, you dropped out.
Yeah, I dropped out.
And you started with just a cell phone.
Yes.
So all that we see, the journey began with just a cell phone.
Yeah, so the journey, like you said, I dropped out from 2 universities. In 2011, I was studying at NMU. They call it Nelson Mandela University now, but it was NMMU, Nelson Mandela Metropolitan University. So I was studying Bachelor of Pharmacy, degree in pharmacy. Then I had financial issues. And by June, I went to the dean department and I told that guy who was the dean there, I don't have money. If you're not going to fund me, I'm going to go home. That guy was like, okay, it's fine. You can go home. Then you come back when you have money. I was hoping maybe to say, no, don't go. We'll try to make some plans. But the guy was just like, no, you come back when you have money. Then I had to drop out mid-year. I went home, started applying again for universities. Then the next year in 2012, I got accepted at University of Pretoria to study geoinformatics. And I also got a bursary from RIP, a Rural Access Educational Program, something like that. So my 2012 was very nice. I was studying, but I was not studying the course that I wanted. I just applied. You know that thing of peer pressure and stuff.
You want to be in university.
Exactly, yeah. So first year went well. Second year, I failed one module, and that bursary was like, we can't. We don't fail here. And they dropped me. So I ended up finding myself not having a bursary. I was kicked out of the accommodation, so I was staying in the bathroom at University of Pretoria. I stayed for maybe two months in the bathrooms, and I lost focus. But one thing that
What do you mean staying in the bathroom?
Yeah, no, I didn't have any place to stay, so
You were sleeping there?
yeah, for 2 months. Yeah, I know. But I happened to have the mindset of, I'm not gonna go home because I know where I come from. Where I come from, it's not good. It was never good at that moment. So I just kept on studying. When it's at night, I go to the bathrooms and then I wake up, I bath there and stuff like that for a good 2 months. But that whole thing affected my academic. Then I was failing, and the university excluded me. So they were like, "Hey, Baba, your performance is bad. Go." I had to go to the administration office. I fought them. I fought my way in again. They were like, "Okay, change the course because this one is showing you." I was like, "No, it's because I don't have finances. I don't have these other things and accommodation. Give me accommodation and access." They were like, "Okay." They worked it around. I went back. But once I was in there, I was like, no, man. I started applying for jobs. I started watching YouTube videos in the library. I no longer have that mindset or I want to complete. I'm drained at that moment. So I started seeing this social media thing, I was like, how is this thing? Then I started taking quotes. Remember our last episode?
Yeah.
So I would take quotes that
From
I'm
other
reading.
people.
Yes. No. On Google, I could just say 100 quotes about mindset or about people who are failing like myself. So I could read. When I'm taking those things, I'm posting on Facebook. And then I'm seeing my Facebook now is getting a lot of people. They're sharing, they're liking. I was like, what is happening? I'm growing now on Facebook, but I'm struggling here in real life. I was like, you know what? I started applying for jobs. I'm no longer interested in school. So that's when I got the company that I'm working for, even today. You understand? Then they called me. I did the interviews and stuff like that. And then, I was successful because they give you a bursary and then they start teaching you the job. Then everything went well. I just left University of Pretoria like that. I never even told them that I'm leaving. I just left. Then I came and they trained me in this company.
You didn't formally say...
No. I'm sure they just they excluded me again, I'm sure. So that's when the social media journey started. It started at the university while I was stressed. And I could see that there's potential of me just growing. People can just follow me.
All right, quick update. I will be taking on a new trading challenge. And to do this, I'm going to do it with one of the global brokers, XM. So I want to share with you my wins. I want to share my lessons. I want to share anything in between. And here's how it works. Right now, they have up to $10,600 in deposit bonuses. And here's how the bonus works. You get 100% of your first $100 that you deposit, 50% bonus up to $500 that you deposit, and 20% bonuses for up to $10,000 that you deposit. It's really straightforward. You're depositing, get rewarded, and trading with flexibility. So if you're thinking about getting into it, the link will be in the description to this video. Your capital is at risk. Trade carefully. Terms and conditions apply.
A lot of people, even strangers, they're following me, but I'm just copying these things and I'm pasting, copying and pasting. I say, I can just keep doing this. And then that's how it all started. Then I got a job now. Okay, I can be able to have a phone. I can still be able to buy data and all these things. And then I never looked back from there on. So I was just doing parallel with my job and social media. But I took social media too serious. I even started learning social media courses, short courses. And now I'm here. The rest is just a story.
When we look at your success, there's a quote, a post actually on Facebook. You were saying, we see the payment. We see the growth, the following. What we don't see is the work that goes on behind the scenes. What it takes to be you.
Yeah, that's true. Of course, man. Like I always say, money is a byproduct. People, even now, I'm still dealing with people who say, we want to make money. But the real money maker is you and the things that you do. So don't focus on the money itself. Focus on the deeds, the things that you have to do, and the person that you become to make that money. Like, man, content creation is not easy.
It's not.
I create over 20 pieces of content every day.
Yo.
And you want to make money now.
And you're working.
And I'm working. So you need to start taking content creation as a job. That's when you're going to start earning. Right now, if you're just doing it to go viral or to be cool, you're going to be broke and you're going to be famous. You know, it's funny, but it's true. You know what happened or what is happening currently in South Africa, especially with the content creation industry.
Yeah.
We have people who are talented and they have a lot of followers. They are famous, but they are broke. And what is causing all those things is because they think social media is all about being famous. But social media is business. It's content creation is business itself. So they don't become businesses. They're just content creators. They have this mindset of, I'm a content creator. Be a business person creating content. That's where I am right now. You understand?
Business person creating content.
Yeah.
I like that. What do you think they are missing in the business person part? Because clearly they've mastered how to grow, how to get the following.
Yeah, I mean, growing the following is the easiest. Now.
Yeah.
When I started, it was difficult. Now there's algorithm. Social media is no longer social. Let me give you this. When social media started, it was more about people you know, your friends, and people around you. Now social media is more of algorithmic. So it's more of the algorithm. If your content is about this specific thing, even someone who doesn't follow you is going to see that video because the algorithm pushed it to that person. You understand? So growing is easy, but you need to be consistent. Everyone who's consistent talking about one thing and over and over and over again, the algorithm will start learning that thing and then now just put it on the face of the people who are interested in that thing. That's how now people gain followers. But inconsistency is what is making people not grow. Because you talk about this today, tomorrow you talk about this. You're confusing the algorithm yourself. It doesn't know what is it that this person is all about. You understand?
I get you. Man, as a person, how did you get past the fatigue? Because 20 pieces of content daily, you must get tired at some point.
So for me, I use, 80-20 rule. If I'm going to create 20 pieces of content every day, 80% of my income is coming out of that 20 pieces of content. So I know that if I create 20 pieces of content every day for 30 days, I have a good $10,000 every month.
Just a creator.
You understand? So it's a job. It's like you waking up every day going to work.
Yeah.
If you don't go to work, you might not get that money. So if I don't create, I'm not going to get that money. But that is just another part of my income. Remember?
No, I get you.
So that is ad revenue. I think I shared with you my framework on how to make money online. Obviously, we will cover that.
But you can just break it down.
So I use what we call paid. I say we because now I have a community. But it's a framework that I came with. It's PAIDS. PAIDS. So paid stands for products. Every product, like I mentioned,
book.
My book is a product. I sell this book almost every month. Even though it's not every day, but
influencers code.
The influencers code, I sell it. And I wrote it 2 years ago. It's still selling now. So a product is something that you can create now, but you can forever sell it. You can come up with anything tangible. Like tangible, you can touch it.
Digital products.
Yes. Digital products. But also these physical products you can also bring. All right. So P stands for that. Have a product. A stands for ad revenue and affiliates. Ad revenue is this money that we're talking about, the Facebook money. Already talking about. This is coming from ad revenue. So Facebook or Meta pays me based on the content that I'm putting, and they are putting ads on my content. So now when people watch those videos, I get a portion out of the money they're getting from the advertisers, right? Affiliates is when now you get, maybe I can get your book and say, if I sell your book, you give me 20 rands. You understand? So if you don't have a product, you can still make money. You don't have to have a product for you to make money. You can still come to me and say, hey, no, she'll give me 20 books. I'll sell them. You just give me maybe 50% of the revenue. That's affiliate marketing. You're selling people's products and you get a commission out of that, right?
All you needed to have done was just build a decent following, or just create creative videos that will go viral.
You can create content around that product. Others are doing it using these AI platforms. You know, there's a code which once you sign in, you can have that code, and then now you just send people to go there to register using your code. Once they register using your code, every month when they log in and pay, you get a portion of that payment that they're paying. So it's a win-win situation. You understand? That is affiliate marketing. That is A. I, you sell information. Kopan was telling you, they were in our event, VMC, Virtual Millionaire Conference. They paid. They paid in that. We were sharing our information, what we know. So there are so many people who know so much, but they are broke. It's sad. You cannot walk like that, man. So sell what you know. And you know why a lot of people don't sell what they know? They think a lot of people know what they know. And it's not true. Even if there are people who knows, not everyone knows. Not everyone knows how to make money online. That is why I am selling that information. So whoever that is interested will buy whatever that I'm saying. So sell your information.
Physical products. Information.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. And then D is deals. We spoke about this, where I was invited by Meta to come and speak. That was a deal. I worked with, I always say this, over 40 South African
40 brands.
Yes. Netflix, Suzuki, DSTV, all these companies, they were paying me. That were deals. That was a campaigns. Say, do this, and then we'll give you this much. I do it, and then they give me that money. Simple as that, right? So that is deals. So that is just one way. And this way, most of content creators in South Africa are stuck on. That's the only way they can make money. And if there's no brands coming to them, it's over.
They're stuck.
Yes. Because they're not selling information. In fact, they're not selling anything. And they just wait for brands to say, hey, can you please do this? So what they're selling is their impression or their engagement on social media or their followers or their attention. Because brands, they come and say, do this. Because brands, they want to have their attention with their followers.
With the audience.
Yes. So, but that, man, you need to outgrow it. I still work with brands now, but I don't have to wait for a brand to come for me to make money. I make money every day. Why? I'm a business. I'm not a content creator. I'm a businessman creating content. You understand? So that's how we should have. So S, I got it paid.
Yeah.
So PAIDS, S is services. I do coaching now. Speaking is also part of my services. A service is anything that you cannot touch. That's a simple definition. You cannot touch my speaking, but you can only hear. You cannot touch my coaching, but you can only see. I can create an app now. That app, it's a service to people who are using it. I'm not. It's not a product because you cannot touch it. So the difference between the product and the service is that a product, obviously, they are digital products, but I categorize them as services. Even it's a course. It could be information. A course could be information and services. You understand? It's something that stays in your memory. A product is something that you can just touch and feel. Yeah.
If we go back to a younger version of you, what if you know what you know now,
Yeah.
and you went back in time? What would you tell the younger version of you?
In fact, I'm actually saving the younger version of myself right now. So everything that I'm doing. So who's my target market? The younger version of myself.
Is it?
Yeah.
So all the posts that now we keep seeing on Facebook talking about how much you're making, the mistakes people are making,
Yeah.
what they're not reading or researching.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
That's what I
young
went
people
through.
Getting started to know.
That's what I went through. The best person that you can serve is the old you. So here's another problem that a lot of people are struggling with: niche. They always say, I don't know my niche. I don't know my target audience. Your target audience is the younger version of yourself or the older version of you. Because where you are now, you overcame so many things. The reason why you are here is because you overcame. So whatever that you overcame, you can package that because you have solutions now, right? And sell it. So your question was going back. Going back for me is just a matter of what did I struggle with? I struggled at school. I dropped out. There are people who are dropping out every year and they think that school is the only thing. So school is not the only thing, not in 2025. Maybe back then. Now, if you have a phone and have access to the internet, you can be rich. I'm not saying you can have money. You can be rich.
You're not even joking.
I'm not joking. And I don't know why people don't know these things, because it's all over. People are getting rich out there, you know.
Najil, what are people missing? Because I have a phone. Many people know they do have phones. They've never figured out how to make 10 rand with the phone.
You know why?
Yeah.
Because they think they're still stuck in the old belief of that you can only make money with jobs. So I even wrote in this book, I think it's chapter 5, you must unlearn your old beliefs. So education also, it's another thing because people don't understand. Education, it has 3 processes, and you cannot get to a point where you said you are educated. I see a lot of people, even when you have a PhD and masters, you cannot say you're educated because that will expose the level of ignorance. Education, it's actually 3-part kind of thing. So you learning, information, you attain information. Yeah, you are putting information in, right? That's number 1. Number 2, you unlearn. So now unlearning is actually dropping the things that are no longer effective in 2025, but you have learned them maybe in 2021. You understand? And relearning. Relearning is just to verify the things that you know still exist or effective in this year. So, but now you ask the question, why do you think we're missing? People are not learning. They still think that working is the only way to make money. But if they were learning, unlearning, and relearning, they'll understand that now your phone can make you a millionaire. And this is not a joke.
Learning, unlearning, relearning, and I see now why you were saying it never stops.
It doesn't stop. Why do you stop? Because you still need to keep putting more information in, and you still have to still continue verifying if there's information that you learned last year, even yesterday, is still effective today. And you need to unlearn. So then whatever that you think is no longer effective, you drop. Like school system, people need to let go. It's good for fundamentals like knowing how to read and write, you know. But
do your math, do your books.
Yes, it's good for a specific time. But now people are doing PhD. We have PhD students, we have PhD graduates, in fact, who don't have jobs and who are broke. How do you explain that? How do you explain a PhD graduate who's broke?
Have you gone to universities to speak? I'm curious how the reception will be.
No, I mean, it's true. You know, the truth. The right
it's
people.
The truth that hurts.
The right people will listen and learn and unlearn. But the people who don't want the truth, they're just going to hate. No, I've surpassed that stage of being hated by telling the truth. Even Jesus was killed, but he was never wrong. They killed Jesus. What did he do wrong, bro? Because he was healing people, telling the truth. But they killed him. That's how we are as people. So I'd rather tell the truth and then be hated. But to be honest, get the point. I'm not trying to go for anyone here. I'm trying to change minds. That's why I'm here. I'm trying to touch someone's mind. I want people to start thinking. People are too distracted. And like I said, intention, it's part of the answer. The answer
that
to your
intention
question
is great.
Yes, you said, what do you think we're missing? People are not intentional. They're using this phone to consume. Scrolling. Money will never come to a consumer. In business, they will tell you there's a consumer, there's a supply. Who makes more money?
The supply.
Obvious. Everywhere. Look at China now. If you don't produce anything, it could be content, could be anything, then you're a consumer. And consumers gets nothing. So, me, when I create content, I understand that for me to have money, I need to produce, I need to create. You understand? And when I consume, it's intentional. I'm looking for something. I'm not doing it because I'm bored. When
I want to learn something.
Yes, I want to learn something. So there are two types of people on social media. There are consumers, and there's also what we call the creators. And the creators are the ones that will get all this money.
If you look at yourself as a creator, how do you see yourself having grown? If you trace back to what you knew and what you were doing when you started, and how you've changed in terms of just your process and how you work now, what has changed?
A lot. I'm a speaker now. I'm an author. I'm a coach. You understand? I'm a leader. So, a lot has changed. I started as a content creator. I went to a stage of being an influencer, right?
Oh, that bug caught you as well.
In South Africa, being an influencer is when you are working with brands and you have a lot of followers. Yeah, that is in South Africa. But now, when I say I'm a leader, this is the real influence. This is impact now. I'm impacting people's lives. I'm no longer just going viral for me and making money for me. I'm impacting people's life. I'm teaching people how to make money for themselves. This is the real influence, which we don't know in South Africa. They think being influential is when you have a lot of followers and you're working with brands. But influence is when you influence other people to change their lives for a better, for a better life. So I've grown. I mean, I'm still gonna grow. Growth for me is, I don't understand why people don't understand that they need to grow. I don't know why it's so. Why it's so It's like a mystery. It doesn't have to be a mystery. Everything grows.
Do you still get hate?
Maybe hate is there, but I don't see it. Even when I see it, I don't know. I don't see it, but maybe when I see it, because I've grown so much that instead of considering it as a hate, I consider it as ignorance. Yeah, this person doesn't understand what they're saying. They don't know themselves. So I feel pity instead of just feeling like discouraged for that person.
All right, let's get to a mini masterclass because we can't avoid that when we're sitting with you.
Yeah.
What do you have to say to someone who's starting out, who's creating, and every now and then get discouraged because they post out of excitement, having taken their time, and then there's like 2 likes?
Yeah. You see, you need to, I wish I knew this. For me, it was a mountain to climb. But now that I'm here, I just wish that people can understand that don't try to start anything that you're not passionate about. Because, number one, to start is not easy. And once you start, to continue is not easy.
Continuing is hard. Man.
You understand?
Yeah.
So now think about it when you're doing something that you don't love. You fight for it to start, then you have to fight for it to continue for how long? So here's the solution to anyone who's watching, who really wants to do something. My brother, my sister, do something that you love doing. Not everything else that came after. They found me already in love and passionate about what I was doing. That's why I'm still doing it even today after 11 to 12 years. Can you do one thing for 12 years just like that? No. That is no longer consistent. There's something beyond consistency. It's passion. So now, people want to start things because they see that, Coach Ntando is this podcast now is doing well. Let me also do the same thing and talk about it. And also take his guests somehow. You understand? But that is not your passion. What if Tando is pushing his passion? And that is why it's working. Anything that has passion in, trust me, it is meant to grow. Yeah, here's another point that I discovered recently. So, passion, it's what you love. And what you love is aligned with you. So that could be close to your gifts, what God gave you. There are people who are passionate about cooking, and they're good cooks. They cook nice meals, all that stuff. So now, if you only just do what you are passionate about for you, you're not going to go far. Passion is meant to be turned into purpose. So if you don't know your purpose, but you know your passion, you're already halfway. Because you have to turn your passion. What is your passion? Your passion is anything that you love doing. Now, my passion is to speak and teach. So now, I'm not just speaking all over, whatever. Now, I'm speaking to the world about the things that I know. I'm turning my passion into a purpose. So once you talk or you serve people with your passion, that's what we call purpose.
That is a nice breakdown, man.
Yeah.
I can see the growth.
So a lot of people miss that. A lot of people miss that. A lot. And I was one of them. So now my slogan is, I help creators to turn their passion into a purpose and a purpose into income. Once you find the purpose, money is just going to come like rain.
That's beautiful, man. That's a beautiful breakdown. I think, you're inspiring Josh. I think he's going to be creating quite
after today. Look at what you love, then learn to serve other people with that. You just found your purpose, my friend. Mind you, I didn't mention school anywhere here. So school, most of the time, make you get distracted from your passion to your purpose. Now you go with the school way. There's maths, there's all these things, all these courses. Now you want to be a doctor. But that is not your passion. Now, yes, doctors, we respect you and you are helping us. However, don't be a doctor that doesn't love what he's doing. Because you won't have peace. Peace, my friend. Peace is very expensive.
If you don't love what you're doing.
Yeah.
Man, when you sit with your friends or junior and then and you guys reflect on your lives, what do you think it takes to succeed in your 20s?
Intention. Intention. Man, I know a lot of talented people. I know a lot of people who are good at what they do, but they are not intentional. Intention is like a direction, man. You're directing your talents. So that's why you find most talented people, most of them, you can just feel pity for them, with so much talent and you are struggling like this. The problem is not that there are no jobs, there are no opportunities, they are not intentional. Do you know what is intentional? And intention requires discipline. Because you say, this is what I'm going to do for the next 5 months. And what I want to get out of this, there could be 2 results. I could fail or I could succeed. But whatever that comes, it's a lesson. You understand? And you do it. So now that is the intention. Whether you fail or not, the moment you start being intentional, everything is just gonna flow. People are not intentional, man. People are talented.
And when you look at people that own businesses,
Yeah.
that are afraid to be on social media, what do you say to those?
What? Like, I don't,
Because they are there.
I don't even understand the fear. Like, if you have fear, Pella, you need to outgrow fear as a person. So, number one, if you are afraid to use social media for your business, number one, you don't understand business. I'm sorry to say this. How can you be afraid of going to a place where there are people? Unless your business is not about people. Like, no, I'm just. Listen, let's say that person is selling around Joburg. Yeah. So now, if they're selling around Joburg and they're getting customers, maybe let's say they make 100,000 every month.
Yeah.
Imagine if they can go online, how much they're gonna make. Because now it's no longer about Joburg. It's Limpopo, it's Mpumalanga. Social media is a platform. So I see social media as a river full of fish. You understand?
Yeah.
And you just go there as a fisherman and start fishing. But you need a bait. What is a bait? You need to be very intentional. What is it? Who are you saving? And how's your message? And how are you gonna deliver it? That's how I'm using social media. It's just a place where I go and get the people that I want to serve. Remember, service, then money comes as a byproduct. I'm not going there to make money.
What makes good content? As a creator, how do I measure that I'm on the right path? I'm creating good content.
Yeah, numbers will tell you. And it's the best way to use these social media platforms because they will give you insights or analytics. So you will see which one is good. I cannot come here and tell you this is the good content because niches are different.
Yeah.
But learn to fail to learn. I can put a video of me now thinking that this is the video that will be the best, and it doesn't. And when I look at the numbers, that's when I'll learn. But I failed, right? So with that, I'll be then say, okay, this one doesn't work. I put it aside. I come with another strategy. That's how I do it, bro.
Okay.
Everything that don't work based on numbers, I put it aside. Everything that works according to the numbers, I continue with it.
And you analyze it.
Yes. And that time, it's not about people. I'm not creating for people. I'm creating to create opportunities for myself. But obviously, people will see.
People in the process.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So if you are looking at what the future holds for you, what should we look out for?
AI. Okay. Well, I want to be a monetized. In fact, right now I'm a monetization expert. Because, man, I don't know, and I sound arrogant, but I know how to monetize myself. I'm a speaker now. Last I was talking at Meta event, Facebook. They invited me to come and speak, and I'm also making money on their platform again. Already, I'm killing, one bird, two birds with one stone. So, but now, AI is the future. So I'm planning to be a monetization expert and AI expert, combining the two. So right now, I'm creating memes, but I'm not creating because there's AI. I'm leveraging AI to create memes. It's not me. To create memes, and I'm making money.
So it used to take you longer before.
Yes.
And now
you're
so
even faster. When I say I create 20 pieces of content, not all. Not all. I just push a button and then the system runs. I use systems now. You remember, I'm a business. A business without a system, man, is never going to go anywhere. As a business, you need to make money even when you're sleeping.
Okay. All right. So actually, now that you mentioned the making money part,
Yeah.
when I saw your post and one of your posts and how you were breaking down, the one question I had was, you said you read these long policies that these guys take out,
Yeah.
and I think not many people bother to read. They just scroll and accept.
Yeah.
Why do you go that deep?
Because
Is it important?
I'm a business. Hey man, I don't understand the definition of business. Maybe I'm just too deep. But once you start being a business, you pay attention to every detail.
So this is across all the platforms. You go and read terms and conditions and all of that.
Hey, and I use AI. AI is my assistant. I even trained ChatGPT to become my assistant. Like right now, I'm paying tax. I never knew this. Right now, bro, I'm complying to tax. Saracen, they know me. You understand? Why? Because I'm a business. Jesus paid tax, bro. And the number one thing,
Yeah.
you must also, people, you must use the Bible. I use the Bible as my guide. So Jesus paid tax, but he was not working. The tax money we pay by faith is for people who cannot work. So I learned that. So now I use ChatGPT to help me do my filings. You understand? Even those long things, I just give ChatGPT and say, summarize these things and highlight the things that I need to know. And it takes all the
What
things.
has changed
I don't
and
have to
stuff.
go through everything. So I've learned this prompt engineering. It's a another skill that I think a lot of young ones should learn. The ability to communicate with these LLMs, the models, the large language models. You need to be able to, because most people, they just use ChatGPT like they're chatting with their friends.
Yeah.
They're missing a lot. You need to give it a context. You need to give it an example. You need to use things. There's a framework on that again. So I don't want to talk about AI because there's a lot that I'm learning.
Get into the whole AI thing another time, because the question I was having for you around AI was, if people are if everyone jumps on and uses AI, doesn't it make us all the same? Don't we end up?
That's what I'm
posting
saying.
the same
Prompt
thing?
engineering. The garbage you put is the garbage you get out. You understand? So you will never be the same.
So you just need to
so
get
that's why
good at
there's
prompting.
Prompt engineering. How you put whatever that you're putting and what you want it to produce is never going to be the same as how you do it.
Yeah, true.
You understand? So you're never going to get to that level unless you'll be the same if you're just a generic user, just like anyone.
I get you.
Yeah.
All right, last question from me would be, when you say Meta paid you that much, I went and looked as I was growing and posting and seeing I got paid $1.
Yeah.
$15,000. $15,000.
Yeah.
Balance me. What's the difference? Because it sounds like favoritism.
No.
What are we missing?
So, this is a long answer, man. It goes with who's watching your content. If majority of people are watching your content is South Africans, you're not gonna get that $15. I don't think there's any creators, and I'm saying this humbly, with a very nice heart. I don't think there's any content creator in South Africa who's making more than $10,000 in any of these platforms. Because they create content for South Africans. And if you create content for South Africans, it means that the CPM is lower. The moment you start tapping into USA, Australia, Canada viewers, that's when you start talking about money. How I made that $15,000 is because my content is not seen by South Africans only. Memes are universal. And I'm not creating Zulu memes. So, if you want to make more than just that $1, learn to create content that is universal. And it can be then suggested to or recommended to people who are in the US. That will increase your CPM, cost per 1,000 views.
This is where your coaching comes in now. So my focus, my passion, my heart, my everything is on Africa. Do you think that's a mistake?
I'd do it for passion, not for man. Yeah, I mean, these platforms are not African platforms, so they don't favor you, unfortunately. Unless if you come up with a way to come up with something like Facebook and then help African countries. But if it still stands like this, you need to comply if you want to make money, my friend. And it's sad, you know. I understand your vision, I understand what you're trying to do, but in terms of making money, do it for passion. No, I'm just being honest.
Brutal, man.
No, like it's true, because these platforms
make me cry on the podcast.
these things are not ours, man, and it's something that we also have to think about them. But to create a platform like Facebook, it's not gonna be easy. Already people are too comfortable with Facebook. For them to leave Facebook to come to yours, it has to be a divine app or social media platform, and it's costly. It's costly. These people are using big servers, clouds for data. So if anything that can come out of Africa, already looking at the economy, I doubt. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just looking at how things are economically, even the mindset wise. We're not close to build anything that can be on our side, like in terms of monetization, where we can then start earning big bucks. We're just going to be slaves for these platforms, but be a good, smart slave. Play the game nice.
Play the game.
Yeah, play the game nice. That's where I am right now.
What are your parting words, though, for young people that are growing up, especially on the basis of you started your journey with just a cell phone?
I'll go back again. What is your passion? This is a game changer. So, framework. Look at what you're passionate about. Discover it. Go ask your parents. Go ask whoever that knows you. They'll tell you this is what you love. This is what you love. Confirm it with yourself as well. Once you find it, say, how can I use what I'm passionate about to serve other people, right? Once you get that, so now you have content ideas. So there are 3 categories of content that I came with. 3 E's. Entertain, encourage, and educate. So based on your passion, where does it fall under on those 3 things? So you find one, you entertain people. If you are a joker, you make people laugh, you're good at that, right? If it's your passion as well, go make people laugh. You're going to gain followers. Or educate people. If you know something and if you love teaching, you're passionate about teaching, encourage people based on your past mistake, your challenges, right? Don't serve yourself. Don't serve your passion to yourself, because you're not going to go anywhere. Do it for others. And as you're doing that, followers are going to come. Fame is going to come. Money is going to come. That's where it's like you align yourself, man. Once you find your passion and you turn into a service, which is a purpose, and then you use social media as tools to market those things. Boom.
And thank you for this masterclass. I think anyone who would have looked at you during the intro and wondered, why is he calling him a legend?
Yeah, no, there's so much, man, and to share, to be honest. But I have master classes that I do. I have a community now.
Yeah.
You know, we use social media platforms to get the fishes. Once we get the fish, we put it on our own fish
Platform.
tanks. You understand? So I do have a community outside social media platforms in case Mark Zuckerberg decide, right, I no longer want to do this thing and he can't sell. So I still have the people, right? Most of the people, they don't have outside platforms, which we call community. And it's a big risk. So I have a community, it's called Creators Hub. It's on my bios on Facebook. The link on my bio on Instagram, the link on my bio. People can just join.
Also pop the link so people can just join here.
Sure, man. And thanks for having me, bro.
It's been a pleasure, man.
The first episode was not that nice. I saw it. I was like, I was chewing a gum. I don't know why. Maybe it was nerves. Sometimes
No,
we handle things.
I don't think it was nerves because you were not nervous. I think it was just you forgot that you had.
Yeah.
You came in with it and you forgot.
Yeah, true.
I also didn't pick it up until I saw the comment.
That episode was so dope, but the gum was ruined everything. Now I won't lie, but now I hope people forgive me. We grow, right? We learn from our mistakes. So I learned. I was like, now I'm just gonna go nicely, no gum. I love chewing gum because I don't want to be overthinking. Sometimes I just think a lot. So, but yeah, thanks for having me again, man. For giving me another opportunity to just.
You're amazing at this, and we appreciate you.
Yeah, no. So think global. That's all I'm trying. I know
it was a masterclass for me.
I know.
I picked it up.
It's our our country, but our continent. But we need to also think
global.
Yeah, global. It's.
Got you, man.
Thank you so much, guys. The team as well. Thank you. The sponsor. What is the sponsor? XM. Shout out to you for sponsoring this episode. Please, we encourage you to keep sponsoring more episodes because the value that we're bringing here is changing people's lives. So thank you so much, XM, for this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you on See you on the next episode. You got me. See you in the next episode. Thank you. Remember to like, share, subscribe to the YouTube things. We love you for where you've taken us.